Yo, what's up everyone? It's Rudy from Drinks in a Movie Podcast, and I'm here with frequent co-host Chris Cowling. Today we're gonna do a little experiment with tequila. You sent me this video earlier of somebody using a frother and claiming that it made their tequila taste way smoother. So we're gonna put that to the test now.
What was the tequila they used? They used
Patron.
Patron,
yeah. So we're gonna put that to the test right now, and then I'll share with you my thoughts on that whole thing. And then once we do that, we'll dig into some really good store-picked tequila and mezcals. So that's up next on Poor Decisions. So we're gonna try this 818. This is a celebrity tequila that you were reading earlier does have additives.
Yeah, so it looks like that's vanilla, caramel, maybe some oak. I guess it's legal as long as it's below 1%.
Yeah.
And they don't have to disclose it legally. So I used this for a batch cocktail for a drink contest on 4th of July. It was on sale. So I wasn't too worried about it, especially with how like extravagant the drink was. I feel like the whole time I was doing it, I regretted using this tequila.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like when you're making a batch like that, I just don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to get good shit.
I was even telling her, I was like, maybe I'll get like a couple bottles of like Lagertona and do it. And she was like, you don't want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, probably right.
We got our now, and you bought this frother, right?
Yeah, thanks to Albertsons.
And it's electro. I'll let you, you hit it first.
Okay.
I guess I'll froth the one on my left, so maybe we both do that. So froth the one on your left.
Frothing this one.
Yeah. Oh, ridiculous.
Oh, I can smell it. 15.
Yeah, the aroma definitely is
Dude,
even
like
from
tequila.
right here coming out. Yeah, considerably more cloudy.
Okay. Honestly, I think the one that isn't frothed smells stronger.
Yeah, it's definitely muted, the froth one. It's for sure more, it's mellowed out.
Yeah. So it smells synthetic. I'm gonna sip this one.
It really does. It has a really weird aroma to it that, I've been drinking tequilas a little more, exploring it more and all that, and I can definitely tell it's hard for me to pick out tequila notes as well as whiskey because you get more minerals and herbal and vegetative qualities and whatnot. But there's
something. I got water right here.
It's not good. It's not good.
It literally,
whatever it is.
I feel I feel it almost the way it smells to me. It almost as if AI created something to what it thinks tequila smells like.
Yeah.
All right, non-froth. Here we go.
Cheers.
Overly sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely heavy with that vanilla.
Really
on
heavy.
The back palate. So that vanilla, that weird scent that's coming off it though definitely shows up in the palate too though. It's not very, I was trying to give it a fair shake too. I was like, let me be fair with it.
No, there's something. I don't know if frothing's gonna help this. I think frothing, because, to be honest, there's not even a kick.
Yeah, it dissipates real quick.
Yeah.
So here's froth version. God, it
smells
does
really
not
bad.
Smell good, yeah. Yeah, okay. So it is considerably, if the words we want to use, smoother, considerably smoother. Now, what people are often referring to when they say that, right, is that alcohol burn.
Yeah.
Right? Or if you're drinking something really good, it's not even necessarily alcohol burn, it's just the spice and the char coming out. So for those of you that care about that, it does make it smoother for sure. Would you agree? I didn't even get your take. It is completely muted out, the flavor, everything.
Honestly, yes, but I want to extend my thought. For us, who I think that we have a little bit more of a developed palate, because it muted a lot of things involved with this tequila, it actually did make it more enjoyable. Because it did mute that smell.
Yeah.
And it did mute that synthetic, I think it's so aerated.
Yeah.
That it took some of these, I'm not gonna finish that. I don't care because I bought it. But I think because it muted everything, it actually, I was like, okay, I don't think it did make it considerably smoother, but I think that it also made it a little bit more palatable. Like, I don't want anything to do with that anymore. If anything, I'll put them both together and I'll froth the shit out of all of them.
Right.
Because, but I
just sucked out all the flavor.
But yes, thank God, because it's
it
bad.
wasn't good.
But I think what you're about to say is why some people would froth their tequila by choice.
Yeah. So my take on it is, for us flavor-wise, this wasn't good to begin with. In muting it, at that point, I'd rather just drink water, And I think it's interesting that, and I was having this talk with Matt the other day too, where we were talking about additives and stuff in tequila, and he's like, well, it makes it more approachable and this and that. And it's like, yeah, sure, but you can find an approachable, legitimate, really good tequila out there. There's so many options. So, and at a certain point, it's like when there's so much flavoring and all this stuff added, you're not even drinking tequila anymore. It's like, it's an abomination of something that should be pure. And it's like, if you don't like the agave plant or spirit, whatever, like, if you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's fine. Like, you don't need to force yourself into it by doing some weird little tactic like this. Yeah, I mean, you're just completely killing it, right? Like, this is the equivalent of if we had a bottle of whiskey that was, say, this full and it sat there for like 2 years and we drank it, it would be completely flat and it would get cloudy too. It would have that same cloudy look because all the alcohol is already evaporated, because the like juice to air ratio is too much and it evaporates over time. And so you lose, the bite and the flavor, and then it just kind of becomes wood water. Well, and I've tried that before. It's really nasty.
And in response to what you said about how Matt said it makes the tequila more approachable.
And I do agree with that. There's other options. But I think
that with how much some of these companies have turned, I don't want to say an abomination, but have taken tequila so far away from what it actually is, I just now feel like that company is trying to make money off me, where this company is trying to give me a genuine tequila experience. Now, we're gonna compare this froth thing, which has made this smoother, to this, which Rudy has been on record saying that this tequila is probably too smooth.
Yeah.
I love this tequila. It's one of those, when people come over, I go, you gotta try it.
Yeah.
When you brought it over for the first time, I think it was during the pandemic when we were doing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And we did Three Amigos.
Yeah.
And we were doing something about tequila, and you tricky. You were just like.
That's right. We did we did like a like Salsa silver or like a gold or something. We did like 3 different tiers.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden you were just like, man, I wasn't gonna bring this out. And me, I'm just like this, like I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. And then if even go back and listen to this podcast, because everything I'm saying verbatim happened. We tried it, and then literally, my wife was outside walking the dog, and I was like, dude. I know you weren't gonna bring this out, but Mariah has to try this.
Yeah.
I knew immediately when we opened this, just the quality of the cork that they meant business. So I say we put this. I have a feeling it's not even gonna be close.
Yeah.
Even frothed. How much you want? You tell me when. I'm gonna refroth. I'm gonna give it the best chance I can give it.
Wow, this nose is like
completely different. Okay, so. Let's do real 818.
The fuck? God, it's like
you would
fresh, like dirty, muddy mowed grass and like vanilla.
You would almost think that this one's wrong.
Yeah.
Because this one, I get like eucalyptus, and then on this, it's just like over the top.
It's mud and. Mud grass and vanilla.
Yeah,
That's what it's like to me. With like a sour.
Oh, there's a sour. Dude, you're nailing on all those smells. Okay, but I'm still gonna pre-froth the old guy. Dude, I just want to
I don't even want to drink it.
I want to froth everything now, dude.
So this is just muted mud vanilla.
Dude, when you said sour.
Yeah.
I like how we're like drinking this. It's like a highly promoted tequila. So we're having like a super hard time doing it.
I'm gonna do the Dragones here.
No, you're gonna do Dragones first?
Yeah, because I haven't tried it yet. Or which way are you doing?
Can we just do mud water? Yeah,
mud water. Here we go. Cheers. Yeah, everything is just stripped away from it.
That's bad.
It's vanilla water, like with a bad aftertaste.
Yeah,
it's stripped away.
It's like if there's almost a caramel taste at the back end. I feel like it's like if someone tried to create like a terrible spa water.
Yeah, and the regular 818, it is, and it's consistent. It's the same shit, just not muted.
Yeah.
Now it tastes kind of like a tequila.
I'm almost worried that the Dragones is bad.
Here we go, Dragones. That is still like, again, I stick with what I said a long time ago, and it's probably smoothed out even more because it's been this low for a while. It is like too smooth. It's like no alcohol.
It is the perfect, for me, on an ice cube tequila. That is just...
But so here's the thing is, as I got more into tequila and everything and exploring it, it's like, and I found it, like, I liked that when I first had it, and it was great to share with you and other people, right?
Yeah.
Because it's super easy, it looks nice, it's presentable and all that.
Yeah.
But it lacks depth and flavor, and if I'm gonna drink tequila or even mezcal, I want to like really dig into that plant and whatnot. So at this point, like I'm good on all these. I'll finish this Dragones. The other two, I'll just kind of leave.
You can just go home.
But this is where I want to introduce you to, you know, and I've showed you some other tequilas like Fortaleza. I think we've done Still Strength. You've had Winter Blend from the past, you know, La Gratona. I don't remember if I did Pasotes with you, but now I'm gonna bring out some heavy hitters. And we're gonna see like some legit tequila, possibly one of the best ones I've ever had in my life and might ever have.
I should have done an IV.
So I'm gonna finish this off right here. Here we go. So that little experiment's over. Now here's something I've been wanting to chat about is there's a really great liquor store I frequent in Azusa called Louie's Liquor. I've gotten like Buffalo Trace store picks from there. I got my Stag Junior there. I got a Knob Creek store pick from there. And
you're sporting their merch.
I got their shirt because they had the day after Thanksgiving, they had this really great event. You paid like 20 or 30 bucks and they had all these vendors out. Think about 7 Gram when they do their birthday party.
Yeah.
And it's all the different brands and you just go and try all their shit. It was that, but primarily tequila and mezcal. They had a couple whiskey brands there, but all tequila mezcal. So if you have any interest in that and you want to like learn about it, for me it was, and I went by myself at like noon, so I was toast within the hour. But I tried so much and talked to so many people, and it was a really good time. And they were, you know, it was Black Friday, so they sold a lot of stuff.
Right.
And I was extremely irresponsible when I was there, and I actually forgot one of the bottles I got. Yeah, the Cabal Jaguar head. We're gonna do that one too. That one I just did recently on a podcast episode with Brandon Cox, and I'm actually hopefully gonna get them on the show.
It's called Jaguar head?
No, it's called something else.
I was like 60% of the time, it's all the time.
But let's go ahead and try these out. So all that to say, it was an amazing event. They threw like a super cool event. I think it was the first time they've done it, so hopefully Louie's Liquor continues. I got this shirt for free. Dude, next year, you gotta come through.
Dude, the wife will be working.
But there's so much more I would have loved to buy and I didn't.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and start. Let's do a couple mezcals first.
Oh man, I'm scared.
So this one,
I'm scared.
I didn't buy at the event. I already had it. This one I did get at the event. That's a banger. But let's try this. So this is a distilled with, I don't speak Spanish, everybody, but distilled with coffee and cacao. So so you're a coffee drinker, right?
I am.
So have some of this. I haven't had it in a minute, as you can see, and we'll just do a little taster here. And if you want more, you can get more. This one's coming in at 98.2 proof.
I'm super scared.
So now we're getting into the higher proof territory, almost like a whiskey.
Yeah, what was the proof we were sitting at, like at the Casa de Grones? Like 40, yeah, 80.
Those are 80, yeah. So dude, I remember digging this one, even though I'm not a coffee drinker.
I'm always scared of mezcals. What's the bar in downtown LA?
Las Perlas?
Las Perlas. Yeah. We went there one night after a amazing night at 7 Grand, Jackalope. So we had a good amount of whiskey in us, and we went over there. That was the night you met that puppy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were feeding it. I hope that dog is doing well because we loved it.
Well, so we're at 98.2 proof.
This already.
You can smell that coffee note for sure. And I'm not even a coffee drinker, but I did like this.
Okay, this is already, the nose of this is already, I automatically feel a little better. Man, that 818 really smelled like shit.
It was awful. This is good roasted, man. I don't even like coffee, but I like it in this because I like the way coffee smells. And this gives me like that.
It's on the
taste.
back end.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is super.
And this is a Louie's Liquor pick. I don't know if they have any more of these. This one
now
was
I'm
out
getting
a while
like a tobacco. Well, that's still going. Yeah, I'm getting like
tobacco
a
leather kind of thing.
In a good way. It almost feels like I just had a cigar.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. And that's some of that smoke coming out.
Dude, but like, it's still going. Now I'm getting like a chocolatey note that you get from like a good cold brew. I was not expecting that to roll like a whiskey. I feel like with a lot of tequilas, I'm just like, tequila, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like it. I don't like it. That was very complicated, bodied. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, that was interesting.
So this next one, I got this one a couple months ago. So this is another one of the Louie's Liquor Mezcal store picks from Salvadores, who I'm hoping to get them on the show. I was talking to the owner, I guess the co-owner, because it's him and his wife.
This is a different store pick.
Yeah, this is a different. So this one is distilled with red fruits, an ensamble. So
the one first here,
coffee.
So do you know? Did they talk to you about that? Like how they do it?
My understanding, man, we talked about a lot of stuff, but this was the first one I visited. Yeah, by the time I forgot everything, but that's why hopefully they'll be on the show. And they had a big lineup. Like they had one distilled with chili, distilled with all kinds of crazy options. But my understanding is it's like a pechuga style. So pechuga, from what I've been trying to research this stuff, is Spanish for breast, right? So there's some mezcals where in the still, they'll post up like a chicken breast or a turkey breast. And so when they distill it, all the fats and all that and juices get into the mix with the alcohol. But they'll also do that with other kinds of meats, like different meats, spices, fruits, vegetables. So I'm guessing, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, that it's a similar kind of process.
It's almost like when you're cooking like a spice bag that you might like throw in.
Exactly,
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So this one's red fruits. This is 50.2 proof. So now we're at a 100.4 proof. So we're getting into kind of whiskey type proof territory, right?
Should we get the breathalyzer out?
Yeah. Now smell this one.
Okay, I saved a little.
Yeah. It's a whole different vibe. So red fruits.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Bro, I feel like I'm on punk. Dude, that smells
like fresh berries, dude. Fresh raspberries and strawberries.
Dude, you could have given this to me and you could have told me it was a new clear Fanta.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like raspberries. I mean, not even
tastes like snozberries.
Not even faint.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's strong. It's robust.
Yeah, dude, it smells like a liqueur almost.
So I did do this on the podcast recently with some friends of mine.
I'm sorry, I'm like blown away by that.
As of recording this, that episode's not out yet, but spoiler alert, the palate I didn't care for as much.
Really?
So we'll see right now if maybe I feel the same way. But cheers.
Dude, wait.
There you go.
Dude, that is wild.
Oh, I like it way better than I did
like
the first time.
This is really good.
Yeah, the first time I tried it, I was like, it's like really bitter and just not. Let's make it smoother.
Brody!
Let's take that 100 proof down.
Now it literally is spot water, raspberry spot. Dude, that is incredible.
That's a good one. Yeah, the first time I didn't care for it, but right now it's really hitting. I think maybe the first time I had it, I don't know, maybe I was expecting it to be closer to the nose, but.
Man, that is, I think if it was closer to the nose, I wouldn't like it. It would almost taste like a celebrity
like
tequila.
too artificial.
Yeah. Dude, that is incredible.
So we'll go on to the third. Hopefully I didn't mess up by doing the mezcal after, but so this is, and this one isn't a store pick, but I tried this at the event. I'll try to hold it up there. I can't pronounce it. Cucharilla, espadin, ensamble. This one's 115 proof. That's in my wheelhouse, and trust me, it's a banger. Don't be scared about high proof mezcal, man, but 115 proof. And this was a very limited release. He's like, yeah, what I have of this is just what we have for now. Pricey, but I tried it and I had to have it.
This has yet to be opened.
Yeah, so I'm gonna break the seal. So I tried it at the event.
Ensemble.
Yep. I forgot what that means, but it means like an ensemble of different agaves, I think. I think, as opposed to just one type. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments, people. So this one was a monster, dude. And I tried like 7 different expressions. Yeah, like everything he had laid out there, I tried them all. And I was like, oh, I need this one. And he's like, yeah, it's the most expensive
Dude,
one.
I'm glad you have a bigger car now.
Thank
You
God.
were able to sleep in the back.
Yeah. So this one's more peppery on the nose. This is what I'm talking about. Like here, we're getting the agave. Like this is what you want. Like just pure good
It is.
agave.
I think it's slightly comical that we started this video drinking 818.
Yeah, right.
And now we're like, if you don't mind, like so, like this one with
The red fruit.
the red fruit. How much is this bottle?
80 to 100,
Okay,
I want to say.
and I bet you what that 818 bottle is like. What, $40?
Probably.
This is way more than double the flavor, double the
Yeah, everything.
the amount of care that it feels like went into this. Like this is the company party I want to go to.
Yeah.
Like everyone there is just like family. Like
Yeah.
someone's aunt is making like.
And it is like family owned and everything. Yeah, it's like, it's not celebrity shit trying to get money. It's like legit. So this one's very earthy, right? So this has an earthy quality. You get the plant, it's peppery. You know, I always think like cacti, even though I don't eat cacti, so I don't know exactly what it tastes like.
I'm getting
but
like
something about that.
I'm getting like an aloe almost, like an aloe plant. That's just.
But that's the thing, it's earthy without that sour mud.
Yeah, there's nothing sour about
the
this.
other one had. It was like sour mud.
I wish
This
we
is
had
not that.
a machine that like a sniff machine that could like
Literally tell you.
and be like ding, ding, like.
I'm going in. I can't wait to have this one again. Here we go. Cheers. That's so good. And now 115 proof compared to the 100.2 and even the 49.1. Did it seem like a giant jump, like it's burning the shit out of you?
I definitely have a little bit of a hug going on, but it happens like it's happening very late.
Yeah.
It's not. Let me.
It's so.
It doesn't.
It's so easy.
Yeah, it
and
doesn't.
nice.
It doesn't blast your palate. Where you're like, ugh, like when like a bad
Yeah.
high proof something. You're like, ugh. It's very acceptable into the palate, and it's more of like just feeling the alcohol and the proof right here.
Yeah.
It's very smoky. I'm getting a lot of like tannin because my mouth is just watering.
It's got a long finish
It's-
too.
yeah.
Like it's still
Very
finishing for me.
peppery.
Yeah, especially on the back end. I think
Yeah.
that's when some of the dryness and the pepper comes. It's not. It has like that smoke factor, but for me, it's not overpowering. It's not super smoky.
Man.
It is in a perfect wheelhouse of like smoke and agave flavor
I
and
feel like this
spices.
I feel like this would be great with a steak.
Yeah, right. Fucking A.
Just an easy salt and peppered steak. And I'm ready to kind of turn on the Blackstone out there and get it going. Like that, man.
That's really good.
That is so interesting.
That's really good. Yeah.
I was super scared of these.
I know. And that's the thing, right? And it's cool that you tried it. And I would implore other people to try these things out when you can, right? If you go to bars, even Los Perlos, every Wednesday, they do Mezcal and Tequila tastings, kind of like how 7 Grand
Right,
does
yeah.
the Whiskey Society. But yeah, that's a banger. I'm going to finish these off. And
Okay,
then we're
so
gonna
out
do
of the three, 1, 2, 3. I know your answer. I know.
Sorry. I'm glad, you know, it's hard between these two. At first I was like, for sure, the cafe cacao one,
Yeah.
but now I'm like, man, this one was pretty dope
And
too.
once again, I'm gonna rank them right now, and I don't mean that one is bad, but it's for me, boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you poured any of these again for me, I'd be happy. But this one,
Yeah.
I think you know this.
You
about me.
said 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you know this about me. Like, nose plays a lot of factor for me a lot of
yeah.
times, you know? And, dude, that is just the fact that all of that nose comes through that and it doesn't feel synthetic or because I feel like that's something you would think. Like, you would be like, oh, here we go. Like,
Here's where they added the shit.
Yeah.
But it's not even like the artificial candy notes. It's like fresh, like you had a bowl
Yeah.
of berries in front of you.
Yeah. That's a fucking achievement. Like, you gotta figure out how to go to this place and do a video. like do a documentary. I'll drive.
Yeah.
We'll take Steven.
Yeah.
He speaks Espanol. Oh, wait. We're going straight to Jaguar Head?
Yeah. So, I know, I hope I didn't mess up by doing the mezcals first, but I think we'll be all right.
It's only gonna get easier.
So
this bottle, bro, I'm sorry. But this is a bottle I think, at least in my history, would keep me from buying it.
I had to do it. I tried it and I was like, oh, I saw it.
But you get what I'm saying?
And then I tried it, yeah.
It's like the ghost tequila. Like, you get it for it to be on your wall.
Yeah. So, okay. Just a little guy.
All right, what is this?
So this is a Cabal. So they're a tequila brand. This one is the Cabalagueta Joven Mezcal.
Joven.
110 proof. Yeah. Yeah, this was really awesome. I tried this as well as some of their tequilas. You may have seen
this
their.
is a straight up tequila.
This is Mezcal.
Okay.
But you may have seen the tequila bottles that are the horse heads. That's this company, Cabal.
Okay.
Like they're in the way this is a Jaguar, it's like the shape of a horse head.
Got it.
Which they're changing. They're doing a bottle that's like not that shape anymore. They're saving it for, I guess, limited releases. Sorry.
You're getting choked up talking about this.
So, Louie's Liquor actually has, I think, a couple different tequila barrel picks from them as well. And they'll do tequila barrels that are rested in like former like Weller barrels or Blanton's and Buffalo Trace and all that.
Really?
So they have some of those options there, and I've tried a couple of them. My take on it though was, and I felt this way about the Cove's tequila barrel picks too that are also in those like William LaRue Weller finishes and whatnot. For me, it exists in this weird middle zone where I taste so much of the bourbon influence that it's like, oh, well, I'd rather just have the bourbon, or I'd rather just have the tequila.
Right.
Like, I don't, it's in this weird middle ground.
Yeah.
And that's just for me. But they did have another Cabal tequila that was, it was like Russell's Reserve and like Wild Turkey Rare Breed and some other, I think like a Buffalo Trace product. And like there was a couple different ones I tried there, and that one, I don't remember what it was, but that one hit, and I just couldn't buy both. There's no set date yet, but hopefully next month, I will do an episode with Tequila Cabal.
Oh!
So maybe I'll get to try. We'll taste some of those and talk about them, and you can hear the story from them. But
have you smelled this yet?
yeah, way different experience.
Okay.
Much more sharper, almost.
Whoa.
This is kind of grassy, but not mud grass. You know? It's like a much better.
This smells like
pretty bright.
I have a banana palm in my backyard. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'll trim off the dead parts, and this kind of gives me like that freshly cut plant that is like oozing with moisture.
I'm going in.
I would like a candle of this.
Of this?
Sorry, I'm like so into it. I'm getting eucalyptus again.
God, that's good, man. It's so good. It has a sweet note to it that I can't put my mind on, but for me, the palate completely matches the nose, and it works. It's identical to the nose, but with a little bit of like a hint of sweetness to it.
What is that sweetness?
Yeah, I don't know. Just a little sugar on top, man.
Dude, that is really good.
Yeah, that's a banger. And 110 proof, very easy 110 proof.
It's almost like grape. Like a really ripe red grape. I feel like the bottle is a little gimmicky looking, and it might be one like look once again, like I have that goddamn ghost bottle. Sometimes I feel like somebody you go through like, oh, horse's head, Jesus Christ, what are you trying to make up for? Your additives? Yo, that's
the thing. The juice inside is exceptional.
There is nothing about that
Yeah.
that should be in a margarita. God damn, that is really fucking good. It's so funny. I want to go back to what you said earlier about Casa de Grandes. Of how smooth and easy it is. Mm-hmm. These are all very smooth and very easy. This one right here might have had a little bit more burn, but these are packed full of flavor. And
that's the
I think what happens is we all did it, college age, you're just taking shots of shitty tequila.
Yeah.
And it just burns, and you're just like, man, let me bite my lime. You know?
Yeah.
And there's, I mean, it's the same thing with people doing shots of old number 7s. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But
what's the cheapest thing I can get? And
I guess as I'm getting older, the thing I'm most scarred by is cheap tequilas, and it's just so interesting to see how much care can go into these things and how good they can come out, man. Like
yeah, they don't mess around. So now, let's move to the tequila. So this is another Louie's Liquor tequila store pick.
Louie, my guy.
Yeah, they're crushing it. This brand I had never heard of until I was over there and I tried, and they had a lot. They had a big lineup of shit, and it was hard to make a decision, man.
Can you say that?
I can't. It's Hacienda oponguio. I can't say it. Sorry, everybody. I know, but
should we FaceTime Steven?
Maybe. But they had they had several different expressions, like a ton of different ones. I think I tried all of them. And they had 2 that were super cool. One was like made specifically for the winter season. And they had another one like specifically for like summer season. And I wish I could have bought them all. And I don't remember exactly what the notes were.
Come back to you too.
But they fit the season so perfectly.
Really?
Like kind of a nice spice. Like
in
in Christmas time where like, Sagamore Sherry Cask or Midwinter Night's Dram. It's like if there was a Mezcal version, like winter version of that, besides like Fortaleza Winter Blend. And the summer one was like a perfect summer, whatever that might be. So this is another like limited, I think they only had a few bottles left or so they told me when I was there. 106 proof on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and move this.
It's just interesting because like this one here was 115.
Yeah.
I would definitely say, this is me within this tasting, that 115 tequila.
Mezcal
has been very different for me from 115 bourbon.
Yeah, no, same. You would think, and I think most of us think it would be super harsh and super bitey because that's kind of the rep that tequila has, I guess, just in the mass market or whatever.
Yeah, well, all the stuff that's making the most money.
Yeah, but I mean, you said it perfectly, right? It's like just as smooth, but like layers and layers and depth of flavor, and that's what we're talking about. And that's why you don't, if you need to froth your shit to smooth it out even more, then you just don't like it, or you haven't tried the right thing yet.
Okay, this smells a little intense for me.
Yeah?
This smells like a cigar bar.
Oh, really, man? I don't get that at all. I just get like good pure. I love the bottle too. How it almost has this like teal blue hue, and it has a look of purity. Like this is the water of life right here. This is what you give those witches so they can read the future or whatever, man.
Stop. Dude, yeah, this is.
I can't even pick notes out of it. It's not as like sharp and bright as the previous Mezcal was.
Smoky.
Well, now we're in tequila territory.
This is tequila?
Mm-hmm. This is. I believe so. Right? No, this is Mezcal. My bad. Sorry.
This is smokier than any other Mezcal.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. There's one tequila. Man, okay, I forgot. I guess I got one tequila here. Well, let's go. Here we go.
This is scary. I'm scared. This is the smokiest of all of them.
It is the smokiest, but it's not like overbearing. It's like your jacket still has a little bit of the beach bonfire on it from 2 days ago, but that is very refined and easygoing and smooth.
Warm. Now it's warm.
That's a warm hug. That's pretty viscous too. That might be the most like viscous one. It's got that oily texture you get from like a good bourbon, you know.
It's like it's a toned down version of its nose. That's really good. For me, personally, it has that quintessential Mezcal smell, which I didn't get fully on these, especially this Golden Child right here.
I definitely get some of that leather, like cigar kind of vibe.
Cigar.
Like I think you mentioned earlier.
Like, you know when you're sitting there having a cigar and you're just like, I want to make it very clear, I do not inhale my cigars because I'm not a man, I don't know. But like, you ever sit there with your cigar and you're just like, not the taste of the inhale, but just the taste of the cigar. Does that make sense? Like, just like, not the smoke.
I've only done it once. I think I know what you mean though.
Oh, Whiskey Christmas, we're doing cigars, brother.
Oh shit, all right.
It's just like the taste of the wrap, the tobacco wrap, like, that's really good. That's really, really good. And once again, I'm a fan of putting things on a rock.
Yeah. That might
I think
that might be interesting.
I think
ice.
that on ice would be exceptional. This still for me is the golden child, and I might have to go find this. That is so interesting, and the fact that I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's funny how that one really changed. Because when I first opened it on the other podcast I did, again, that episode's not out at the same as of this video, but I really didn't care for it. Like, my guests and I were like, yeah, I don't know, it's all right. It was like very bitter, but maybe it just needed to open up a little bit.
Like when we're done here, out of everything we've had,
like you're gonna hit that.
That's
again.
the one thing I'm gonna say. Hey, can I put this on the rocks?
Well, now we're down to a heavy hitter. Now we are at tequila.
Now we're at anejo. Here we go.
So
we're gonna batch cocktails with it.
Tequila Ocho is one of the really good brands.
I've heard about that. I've heard. What's his name talk about this?
Louie Fern?
Yeah, Louie Fern.
So Tequila Ocho is one of the good ones, up there with like Fortaleza, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I am a fan of...
I love this bottle.
It's pretty dope.
It's very much like midwinter.
Right, the texture.
Yeah.
So
strength.
I'm into the the reposado, and this was another one that was very limited. As you can see, it's a single barrel, which is crazy that this is a thing, like single barrel mezcals and tequilas.
Right.
Like, who'd have thought? But so Louie's Liquor single barrel añejo Tequila Ocho. So we're picked by the Los Angeles Tequila Club. We are coming in at...
How do we get a part of that?
Good question. Let me know, guys. 54.5 ABV. So what is that? 109 proof. Yeah, bottle 13, cask A. This is 2023. The agave was harvested.
This was bottled in 2013.
Agave harvested 2023. Yeah, so I guess. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty new, but let's go into it, man.
Wait. 2013.
2023.
I thought that meant it was bottled in 13.
Oh. So this was one of the last ones I had on my tasting journey that day, and it completely blew me away. And I will do a blind tasting on this. Yeah, this one's tequila. Again, now we're at añejo, so this has been aged. I forget what the time frame is, but let's say roughly a year.
Okay.
Hence, it actually has some color to it from the barrel.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get some of a more refined taste, a little more of that caramel.
And is it telling us what type of barrel it's been aged in?
Man, you know what?
I think this is on the back, maybe?
They probably told me. Usually it's ex-bourbon. Tequila Ocho, living proof of terroir and tequila. We harvest only the most mature, overripe agave from fields in the highlands of Jalisco. Ocho is a single estate tequila distilled from one field at a time. Each harvest showcases the impact of terroir and agave influenced by the microclimate. Sip and savor our tequila and discover the nuance of each rancho and this single barrel selection. This outstanding single barrel chosen was previously used once for American whiskey and then for a number of tequila fillings before this aging. So it's been used many times over. This pale tequila displays very little oak considering its long time in the barrel, resulting in a complex agave forward profile while still balanced despite its high proof. Yeah, because usually I think most, if not all, tequila, if it is aged to some degree, is in most likely like a former whiskey.
I thought we did it real quick. I guess we're...
Yeah, let's smooth it out.
Nothing like frothing a single barrel.
Oh man, dude, that nose.
You know,
now it's pale in comparison to the mezcals we had beforehand, but that is nice. That's just nice, soft, like that's
it just gets agave. You more upset at the 818. Like the fact that someone
that exists
let that
and is
happen.
Super popular.
It's super popular.
Someone's making $1 million off it.
If I don't even know if we could, Matt Lackey would know this. He's smart. Like to be able to look up what this company has made over what 818 has made.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. I'm going in. And that right there is a masterpiece of tequila, dude. It's a mastercraft. I am gonna do a blind tasting of this and a couple other heavy hitters eventually.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that when I finally tried it, because I was, let me see what's up, and they're like, And maybe this is a sales tactic, but everything was like, yeah, we only got a few of them left. So they really got me, as you can see. Talking about poor decisions, I made poor decisions that day, or really wonderful decisions actually. But that is like I said, a masterpiece of a tequila right there.
I said something earlier about wanting one of these tequilas again over ice. I retract that statement.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
There's no burn. That's 109. Mm-hmm. There's no burn. There's no Kentucky hug.
Mm-hmm. But there is some spice, right?
There is some spice.
You get a little bit. You do get a sense of the oak too, and that is where like you do get that sweet like hint, super subtle hint of a vanilla and caramel, but not artificial. It's what you would get off the barrel. Yeah, everybody. I mean,
this is incredible.
And I'm glad that I'm in a position to do this because I've been trying to explore mezcal and tequila a lot more, but there's so many options, especially when it comes to mezcal. Like I have a whole book that I started reading and I'm like, I keep, getting taken away from it, but I'm trying to like learn everything there is to learn, and there's so much. It's very overwhelming when you're looking at the shelves at mezcals and stuff, and it's hard to, even more so I think than when you're getting into whiskey for the first time. I feel like mezcal is all kinds of crazy shit to know, and tequila as well. So I'm glad I was able to get these because I was that person who I'd go to Louie's and I'm like, man, I'm so interested in these store picks and like, well, I don't know. So, I tried some, and hopefully anybody watching this has given you some insight. Their picks are really great. I think the brands that they showcase and put on are really great too. And I'm, like I mentioned.
Where are they located?
Azusa. So I think there's 2 stores, but the one I go to is by APU.
So that's off the 10 freeway?
Near the 210. It's not far from Canyon City.
So 210 off of what exit?
Azusa or Citrus. It's like in between there. Probably closer to Azusa exit. But yeah, let's go there sometime. They got some decent bourbon sometimes too. And the prices, I go to a lot of stores, so the prices are kind of wacky. Sometimes where there's some stuff where I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And other times I'm like, really? I don't know about all that.
Right.
But they got a really good Knob Creek pick too that I'm pretty sure I've brought over. I've talked about it a bunch on other episodes. But yeah, I mean, if you get a chance to go to any kind of tastings, do so. Check out Louie's if you have any interest in mezcal and tequila. That's a good place to start. And they're really into that. Like they're part of this whole LA Agave or Los Angeles Tequila Club. So clearly, a lot of stores are more into the bourbon, right? Like whiskey picks. They are way more into this stuff. Like they've done Buffalo Trace, Knob Creek, picks and all that, but this is like their wheelhouse. So it's cool to have a store local to me that is also this side of it that I like, which is really cool. That's
the great thing about LA County, man.
Yeah.
Just the diversity of what people are trying to do with.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably get it. Like so many people are doing the bourbon thing. Like what can differentiate them? And especially if you're into this type of tequila and mezcal, they can probably catch you on the bourbon train as well. Like if you're into this, you're probably also into those things, and they can lock you down on those on the way out. Or maybe that's what brings you in, but they catch you off guard with this, Yeah,
man.
I don't know why you're just clearing the table. I don't know what's happening.
Well, we're gonna do another bottle here.
This wasn't talked about.
Let's definitely get that out of here.
We don't need this anymore?
Oh, we might. So that's it for this kind of Louie's going over the Anyway, that was a lot of mezcal tequila, but I got a little surprise here for our next review that we're gonna do, and we're definitely gonna need the frother. But we're about to review, everybody, in the next video, the 2024.
Oh,
George T. Stagg. So stay tuned.
This son of a bitch.
Like, subscribe, all of that. We're about to break the seal on this, and we'll hit you with that next. Cheers.
How'd you sneak that in? I didn't see it. You son of a bitch! Put this in the goddamn.
You ready to do some frothing, dude?
Fucking hey, where'd you get this? We're drinking this whole bottle tonight. Fuck your Coy Hill. Wow.